Hello, this is my project for assignment 3, using the Google Calendar and comparing the Google Calendar with another calendar of choice. I've chosen to compare it to the Apple Calendar, the iCal. In the past, that's the calendar of choice for me. However, as I progress to using more Google products, I've also begun using more of the Google Calendar rather than the iCal. In the first part of my comparison, the Google Calendar, the app for that is available on multiple devices, and you can get that from any of the app stores that come with those devices. For Apple, you can only get that on Apple products. It doesn't cross over to Windows products or any sort of tablet other than an iPad. You can also access the Google Calendar through any of the web browsers with your Gmail or your Google login. With the Apple, you can also access it through browsers. However, you need to access the iCloud site first and then log in through your iCloud account with the Apple Calendar. With Google, it has easy navigation on your phone, and also I've noticed that it has easy navigation on the computer. For Apple, the navigation items are a little bit harder to find, and the phone navigation is somewhat difficult, actually. As far as the appearance, Google's appearance is very appealing. It seems a little more user-friendly and also a little more appealing to look at. As far as Apple's, on the phone and on the computer, it looks a little more sterile. You can obviously tell that they've streamlined it to look more business-like, but at the same time, it's not near as friendly looking as the Google product. For Google, you have multiple settings for the view options. You can change the view of days, weeks, months. On the phone, you can actually go with a 3-day view. For the Apple product, it has a limited viewer option. It does go days, weeks, and months. However, again, those views are a little more limited. The listings for your events in Google have got more of a colorful sort of appeal to them, whereas Apple is just kind of a list of events. With Google, it works awesome with other Google products, and also it works with a lot of third-party products as far as scheduling events. I know that my Google Classroom, if I have that calendar set, it will put those on my Google Calendar. Also, anything that comes across in Gmail with dates or times, it will add those to your calendars as well. And obviously, the Apple Calendar doesn't necessarily play nice with others because of the lack of functionality with other apps. With Google, you can easily share your calendar with multiple people and any contact without having it in your contacts list already. With Apple, unfortunately, you can only share it with people who are already in your contacts list, and you have to manually enter them into your contacts list before you can put them into your calendar to share anything. With Google, your notifications are very customizable, and each notification setting it carries over from calendar to calendar. If you want to have multiple calendars with the same notifications, you can do that. The notifications for Apple, on the other hand, are limited. The cool thing about Apple calendars, it does have a time to leave alert, which goes through and takes into account the traffic in between your current location and where your event is. So it will kind of give you a heads up if there is heavy traffic or something like that. Obviously, if you don't live in a high traffic area, that function is kind of wasted on you, and that you're not really needing it as much. As far as Google, the appearance settings are easily changed. You can go in, it has a lot more settings that you can apply. And as far as Apple, it seems like the appearance settings are kind of tedious and confusing as far as trying to change them. So now, I've always been an Apple guy, as I mentioned earlier, but because of Google's ease, the accessibility, how easy it is to use, the appearance, and all the different sharing options, I've gone to Google Calendar for my choice, and That's kind of the winner for me. So now, as we go to a calendar, again, it is super easy to set up different calendars. Once you go in, all you simply have to do is click the add other calendars or the plus sign, and it gives you an option to do multiple things. You can subscribe to somebody else's calendar. If you have those options, you can add somebody else's calendar. I can add my personal calendar, my school calendar, or Dr. Becking's calendar. If I go back and go to that same plus, I can create a new calendar, and with that I can say, basically name it whatever I want, and I can associate that with any sort of function or event that I have going with that. Also, what you can do is you can go through and add calendars of interest, which are a lot of different, like you can add holidays, any sort of regional holiday. If you open that up, it pulls up just tons and tons of countries and regions that you can go into to add those to your calendar. You can add Major League Baseball. You can add the Chinese Baseball League. You can add all kinds of different sporting events. You can even add phases of the moon into that calendar, so that as you go through, you can see the different the different holidays are in there. You can see the different moon phases are in there, and my West Dodge Station, even though I don't have any events in there, my West Dodge Station calendar is added as well. So again, Google Calendar, super easy to use. My choice now over Apple, and it's probably going to stay my choice for quite a while. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening.